here's the thing. For everybody listening, don't make the same mistake the Bengals just did in any facet of your life.
People are going to get hurt. It's the hockey season.
What about the Jared Cook play on the sideline?
I was very tempted to just put defense.
I'm saying it right now. If Anthony Davis is out for the playoffs, they don't make it out of the first round.
Come on, Austin and I have been saying this ever since Joe Burrow got injured.
I don't really think the Dodgers are going to make the World Series this year. I feel like they'll make it to the NLCS.
The Fernando Tatis extension, because that really surprised me.
Like you said, Ovechkin, he's getting older. He hasn't been playing as well as I imagined. He's one of the greatest goal scorers of all time, but he hasn't started off this season as hot as I would hope.
Hi, I'm Jeff Allen, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NFL Opinions of the Week. Make sure to check out our fantasy episode we did with special guest Landon Bowe, a former interview guest as well. Appreciate him coming on. Now, Austin, we're 4 weeks in. We talked about it with fantasy, and once again, the man, Austin.
Yeah, this has been a weird season so far, and these awards, these are early season prediction awards for the end of the year, and I'm interested to see what you say because I struggled making these.
Yeah, MVP was definitely a tough one for me, but Offensive Rookie of the Year, given what he's done now and the other guy I picked earlier hasn't done well, if you're cool with me just jumping right into Offensive Rookie of the Year, I think it's C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that one was all that difficult. The way that Stroud has read defenses, he has no picks so far in the season. He's played remarkable. And he's got the Texans 2-2, a tie for the lead in the division. Everyone in that division is 2-2 in the AFC South, so it's anybody's division.
Yeah, I agree. It's very tough. And then on to the Defensive Rookie of the Year. This one was tough. I believe I picked him at the start of the year. Witherspoon, he had a great night against the Giants on Monday night.
I also have Witherspoon, So we go back to back. This is very reminiscent of our MLB award picks to where we agree all the way to NL MVP. Go check out that video if you haven't. But this one we're starting out 2 for 2.
Yeah, and then let's go Defensive Player of the Year.
So this one was tough because Khalil Mack had a 6-sack game the other day. So you have to wonder, does he keep that up? Because if he started slow, but if he can kind of get back into who he was, I could definitely see him. But I ended up going with T.J. Watt.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, you and I are disagreeing on this one. T.J. Watt, I'm worried about the health of T.J. Watt. I understand picking him, but is he going to be fully healthy?
Yeah, that's a good point. But T.J. Watt leads the NFL in sacks, and he's a big part of the reason why the Steelers aren't 0-4. He's scored a defensive touchdown. He's made forced fumbles. He's made big plays. And while I probably know who you're going with, and I understand this is defensive player, this isn't MVP type of stuff.
I'm not sure if you know who I'm going with.
You're not going with Micah?
No. I'm upset with Micah because he really didn't dominate the way he should have against the Cardinals. I know he dominated in other ways, but this is a guy, so I didn't realize. So it's Khalil Mack, T.J. Watt, Josh Allen at tied. This guy is number 4, and that's Myles Garrett.
Okay. I see that one. He's played well this year, and I just think T.J. Watt consistency is there. Especially with Khalil Mack, I don't know if it's sustainable because he had 6 in one game. Now, obviously, that's in a short game. That's tied for the most ever in a game, but at the same time, you have to wonder if the consistency is still there. With Garrett, with T.J. Watt, they're both young yet old. T.J. Watt, I believe, is 28, and Garrett, is he 29?
Let's check.
He's 27.
Oh, he's 27. Okay.
So they're both around the same age. Watt, 28, Garrett, 27. I knew Garrett was young coming out of college, but I didn't know he was that young. But there's a lot of run still left on those tires, and I think that either of them could win it.
Yeah, and I think the Browns' defense is the reason they're winning, and I think he's the main central of this. I'm just thinking of that crossover move he did to get a sack. So I think he keeps that up. TJ Watt, to me, just the injuries are going to hamper him. But if he's healthy, of course, he should be a top. Micah, to me, is just he seems to be talking a lot. And earlier on, he played fantastic. But the Cardinals game sticks out to me the most of like, you can't not show up. I think he got one sack, but to me, the Arizona doesn't have a great offensive line, so you should dominate.
Yeah. You want to go to Offensive Player of the Year or Coach of the Year?
Is it Offensive Player of the Year or MVP?
We have both.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so we can go Offensive Player of the Year.
So for Offensive Player of the Year, I went Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey is leading the league in touches and yards from scrimmage and rushing plus receiving touchdowns. He's been utterly remarkable. I think he easily wins the award.
Yeah, that's also my pick as well, McCaffrey. I was just typing it in as you said, McCaffrey. So
works out.
Yeah, he's been incredible. He was a guy I thought about for MVP. But yeah, we'll get to it. Coach of the Year for me is DeMeco Ryans, especially what he's done. I can't really think of another coach.
Easily. I don't think there was any question in my mind. It was the probably the easiest pick here besides Stroud or McCaffrey. It didn't take much time for me to come up with that answer.
Yeah, okay. So I'm curious, who's your MVP?
Christian McCaffrey. I think McCaffrey keeps it up. I think he does. He's getting the touches necessary to win it along with a good team. So if he had put up the numbers he put up with the Panthers, I think he could have won MVP that year, but the Panthers weren't that great. This year, McCaffrey is doing it on a great team. Like I said, leading the league in touches, yards, and rushing plus receiving touchdowns. I think he deserves it, especially if the 49ers keep it up. This is a big week this week. Today, because it's getting posted on Sunday, today the Cowboys and 49ers are playing. And if McCaffrey goes off in that game, I'm hammering this in even more because he's really just that good.
Yeah, I hinted that he wasn't my MVP. I was thinking about it, though. This guy, I know he's had a huge game, but I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill. I know he's not leading the league in receiving right now, but I think just the way he helps that offense, and I think he's going to gather up more receiving yards, it's going to be talked into it.
So we both go non-QB. Wow.
I don't know QB is, like, shown out. And
I would say that, well, if we're talking QBs that's played the best so far, it would probably be between Tua. Yeah. I mean, Kirk's played, if you go by stats, Kirk's up there. He's the most passing touchdowns for a QB and third most yards. Josh Allen's played well.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Think
but you're right. There is no one.
Year.
It's no one jumping off the page.
Yeah. Like, I don't think Mahomes jumped off the page last year when he won MVP.
I mean, he had a great season.
He threw
for over 5,000 yards. He was easily the league leader in passing yards. But I get what you're saying.
I hope they don't go QB. I think that'd be great if they don't go QB. And it's someone else. I would love McCaffrey. That would be an even trickier situation to the running back conversation. And then, but yeah, I feel a wide receiver wins it, and I think it's Hill. But yeah, I hope they don't just pick a quarterback. But yeah, that's all I got. I'll let you close it out, Austin.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Where were picks wrong? Let us know who you think the MVP, Offensive Rookie of the Year, etc. is. And thank you guys for listening.